dedo?
Sí,
Vale. Y dice, es posible que Zoom no pueda grabar los contenidos. Salir y volver a abrir.
sí.
Sí, vale.
Y
¿Y
tienes
qué
que
hago?
salir y volverte a unir a la reunión.
Gabriel, tengo que salir y volver a entrar en la reunión, ¿vale? Para lo de
Bueno,
grabar
bueno, bueno, bueno.
con pantalla.
Welcome everybody. We are about to reconnect with Brains International School in La Moraleja in Madrid. Paqui Morinero is the head of the school, so we're going to say hi to her in a minute. She's coming in again to our meeting. It gives us great pleasure to have them here. It's a beautiful school. I was able to visit them last year. It's going to be a mix of Spanish and English. So here's Paqui. Bueno, ahora sí, bienvenida Paqui. ¿Estás muteada todavía? Ahí
Ahora,
va.
buenos
Ahí
días, Gabriel.
estamos. Bueno, buenos días. Recién estaba haciendo una breve introducción, pero repetimos, es un placer poder conectar contigo y con la escuela. Les contaba a quienes están escuchando que tuve la fortuna de poder visitarlos este año, que fue un placer y que desde ahí siempre pensé que sería muy apropiado que pudieran contarnos lo que están haciendo como una manera de mostrar ejemplos vivos del cambio en educación. Así que de aquí en adelante es todo tuyo, Paqui. Muchísimas gracias y todo ustedes ahora.
Vale, pues nada, muchísimas gracias, Gabriel. Lo primero, si se ve bien la pantalla, que ya la estamos compartiendo.
Perfecto, se ve perfecto.
Vale, genial. Pues ante todo, dar las gracias, Gabriel, por esta oportunidad y sobre todo por la iniciativa, felicitaros por la iniciativa en hoy 20 de noviembre, Día Mundial de los Derechos del Niño, qué mejor fecha para bueno, que todos nos unamos en este cambio por la educación, con esta voluntad. Yo pensaba esta mañana que 24 horas... cruzamos charcos, cruzamos océanos, culturas, usos horarios, pero vamos todos con un mismo objetivo. O sea que, bueno, pues aquí estamos todos los que tenemos ese deseo de cambiar la educación. Me presento. Me llamo Paqui Molinero, soy la directora de un colegio aquí en Madrid, en España, Colegio Brains. Somos una institución con más de 45 años de experiencia, con más de 45 años ya de historia, en el que bueno, pues veis ahí uno de los equipos, el equipo que formamos aquí en el Colegio de Madrid, en el que tú pudiste conocer, Gabriel. Y en estos 45 años siempre tenemos un objetivo muy claro y es que pase lo que pase en estos desde 1979, siempre hemos tenido el objetivo de formar personas apasionadas y creativas, personas, estas pequeñas personas que son nuestros estudiantes, que consigamos que sean dueños de su vida, que sean unas personas equilibradas, porque lo más importante es que consigan ser esas impulsoras del cambio que todos necesitamos. Yo siempre digo que cuando las familias llegan al cole dejan lo más preciado que tienen, que son sus hijos, y por lo tanto en el cole tenemos la obligación de formarles lo mejor posible porque le vamos a dejar lo más preciado que tenemos nosotros, que es nuestro futuro. Entonces, ahí tenemos esa obligación bueno, pues de formarles para que sean con esa mentalidad global y que sepan dinamizar el mundo. En Brains, todo nuestro proyecto educativo gira en torno a cinco grandes pilares: una educación en valores, una educación internacional. Tenemos ahora mismo más de 47 nacionalidades solo en estudiantes aquí en el cole. Damos muchísima importancia al deporte y a la salud, no solo como práctica del deporte, sino como todos los valores que él aporta, a una innovación desde el punto de vista de tecnología y desde el punto de vista de metodología, y a una formación de excelencia, una formación de calidad. Y todo ello siempre con un propósito, porque estamos convencidos que cuando todo se hace con un objetivo y con un buen propósito es cuando se consigue que el mundo cambie. Y por eso nos sentimos bueno, pues que muy a gusto y que este proyecto de 24 horas por el cambio en la educación, pues podíamos participar y aportar bastante. Todos estos cinco pilares y toda la filosofía de los colegios Brains siempre tiene o gira en torno a que el principal protagonista de toda la comunidad educativa es el alumno. Todo siempre hecho por y para el alumno. porque nosotros queremos y confiamos y sabemos que tenemos jóvenes que son capaces, jóvenes que son curiosos, que son valientes, que son conscientes, y eso es lo que queremos dejar al mundo. En este proyecto nos gustaría compartir en el poquito tiempo que tenemos, en estos 50 minutos, proyectos y acciones que ya venimos desarrollando. Y sobre todo me gustaría presentarlas, la van a presentar compañeros míos del colegio y alumnos, porque creo que las cosas se demuestran con los protagonistas, y me gustaría lanzar una invitación a cualquier colegio del mundo que nos escuche a poder colaborar. Es decir, el objetivo nuestro es enseñaros qué estamos haciendo, pero para que sea un punto de colaboración para que este sentido que tenemos de que queremos todos cambiar el mundo, pues unamos sinergias para ello. La primera propuesta que os vengo a presentar es el proyecto Brains Emprende. Nosotros hace ya 2 años nos planteamos trabajar con nuestros alumnos el emprendimiento. No el emprendimiento como una asignatura más, que también la tenemos de manera curricular, sino el emprendimiento como una actitud. El emprendimiento para activar en nuestros alumnos ese espíritu emprendedor. ¿Por qué? Bueno, pues porque creemos que ser emprendedor es dar vida a las ideas, es conseguir que los alumnos resuelvan retos reales, y os lo vamos a demostrar luego. Queremos desarrollar el pensamiento crítico en nuestros alumnos, impulsar esa creatividad, conseguir que ellos se sientan dueños de sus propias ideas y las proyecten, conseguir ese razonamiento y sobre todo conseguir conectar la realidad, el mundo real, con el aprendizaje que ellos tienen, porque nada más significativo que cuando ellos ven que lo que hacen tiene un fin y tiene un sentido. Con todo nuestro proyecto Brains Emprende, es curioso porque se desarrollan soft skills, todas estas habilidades que nosotros llamamos blandas, que en realidad son más que habilidades blandas, porque son las habilidades que en realidad queremos que nuestros alumnos desarrollen, que son las habilidades que van a sostener el mundo, ¿no? Que van a sostener la educación. Desarrollamos la creatividad, desarrollamos el trabajo en equipo, la comunicación, la resiliencia, la empatía, el liderazgo y sobre todo la adaptabilidad, el saber que si se fracasa, la resiliencia, que si se fracasa no pasa nada, que se vuelve a intentar. Os contamos en qué consisten ejemplos de estos proyectos y contamos en qué consiste todo nuestro Brains Emprende, y luego los alumnos os cuentan cómo lo han vivido ellos y en qué consiste esta experiencia. Perdonad.
Hi, good morning. I'd like to share some words with you. My name is Carlos. I teach economics and business and management and entrepreneurship at Brains International School. Today, I want to share something that perhaps goes far beyond curriculum and academic content. It's something that shapes identity, character, and the way young people relate to the world. I want to talk to you about entrepreneurship as a way of facing life. When most people hear the word entrepreneurship, they picture the business world like startups, investors, apps, pitches, and success stories. But when you bring entrepreneurship into a school, something completely different happens. You're not teaching students how to build companies. You're teaching them how to be themselves. When a 14 or 16-year-old student is exposed to entrepreneurship, what you're really giving them is a new way to interpret reality. You're giving them permission to imagine boldly, experiment without fear, fail with intention, reflect thoughtfully, and restart with strength. Entrepreneurship becomes a lens, a mental model, a way of saying, I am not a spectator, I can be a creator. And once students truly internalize that idea, the relationship with learning and with life, of course, fundamentally changes. At Brains, we wanted to move from theoretical exercises to meaningful experiences. That's why we created Brains Emprende, not as a subject, but as an ecosystem. In this ecosystem, students develop the competencies that matter most, not only for school, but for life. Creativity, to see possibilities, critical thinking to question what exists, communication to express idea with purpose, teamwork to collaborate effectively, leadership to guide and inspire, resilience and adaptability to face uncertainty, and problem solving to navigate the unexpected. And then we bring all that life through pitch days, entrepreneurship leagues, school fairs, mentorship with real professionals, workshops with entrepreneurs, innovation challenges, and even invest rounds where students defend their ideas to potential backers, because we don't want them to imitate entrepreneurs. We want them to experience what an entrepreneurial mindset feels like. Let me highlight something truly powerful. Our extracurricular program, TWOM, the Way of Makers, where students who want more challenge, more depth, more creation, come after school to continue learning, testing, and imagining. It's our entrepreneurial laboratory. There, students build advanced prototypes, explore real market opportunities, receive personalized mentoring, learn professional frameworks, and prepare for competitions at a serious level. TWOM has become one of the engines behind our recent achievements. Thanks to this program, our students are not just participating in contests, they are excelling, winning competition, and presenting projects that honestly made adults would be proud of. TWOM is where passion meets structure, where energy meets purpose, and where students realize they can go further than they thought. Let me take you back to last year. One of our student teams had developed a project. They worked for weeks refining their pitch, adjusting their prototype, rewriting the strategy. They faced challenges, disagreements, setbacks, and then something beautiful happened. They won an external entrepreneurship competition. But the moment I remember most is not the award itself. It was their reaction. Their faces didn't say, "We're the best." Their faces said, "We did something real. We are capable." That is transformative. And as if that weren't enough, two other groups managed to achieve something remarkable. They attracted real investors interested in helping them launch their venture. Real conversation, real commitment, real belief. When teenagers negotiate with investors, stand firm while defending their vision, and adapt it in real time, you realize something. The classroom is no longer a classroom. It becomes an incubator, a launchpad, a place where education merges with real life, and that experience stays with them forever. Entrepreneurship does prepare students for university, yes, of course. It does prepare them for the first job, absolutely. But above all, it prepares them for life. Life doesn't give you instructions. It gives you uncertainty. It gives you ambiguity. It gives you moments where things don't go as planned. And that is exactly what entrepreneurship teaches. Students learn to handle pressure with calm, navigate frustration with maturity, work with people who think differently, listen deeply and respond strategically, recognize opportunity, overcome fear, and make decisions when something is guaranteed. Life will constantly put them in situations where no one tells them what to do. Entrepreneurship prepares them for that silence, for that moment when they must trust themselves. Because in life, they will face difficult exams, transitions, rejections, new environments, unexpected problems, and moments where courage matters more than knowledge. Entrepreneurship teaches them not only how to solve problems, but who to be when facing them. It teaches them that failure is not the end, it's the beginning of understanding. It teaches them that uncertainty is danger, it's possibility. And it teaches them that the failure is not something they wait for, it's something they do. To make all this possible, we collaborate with universities, institutions, and organizations specialized in innovation and, of course, entrepreneurship. Together, we expose students to tools such as SWOT, steeple analysis, business model canvas, market and demographic modeling, prototype creation, viability testing. But tools are only half of it. The other half is exposure, real expectations, real standards, and real professionals. When students really can operate in this environment, something inside them shifts. Confidence becomes part of their identity. Tool helps students structure ideas, but values help students structure themselves. And in entrepreneurship, values are everywhere. Empathy to understand needs, resilience to rise after falling, leadership to inspire others, creativity to imagine the possible, teamwork to build together, courage to take the first step into the unknown. These values stay with them not for a year, not for a grade, but for a lifetime. Students may forget the definition of business model, a diagram, a formula, but they will never forget the first time they presented something they built, the first time they felt nervous and did it anyway, the first time someone believed in their idea, the first time they failed, regrouped, and moved forward, the first time they felt that powerful thought, I can do this. Entrepreneurship isn't about creating companies. It's about creating people who can create, people who can adapt, people who can think, people who can collaborate, people who can lead, and people who can navigate a world that changes faster than ever. At Brains, to Brains Emprende and TWOM, our mission is clear: to help every student discover that they are capable of shaping the future, not just living in it. And now I'd like to introduce two of our students who developed one of the most successful projects in our program. Their work was so outstanding that they won one of the entrepreneurship competitions they participated in. Their names are Carlota Marcos and Nuria Quero.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nuria Quero, and I would like to start by describing my journey in the MBA Kids competition, which was the competition both Carlota Marcos, Aroa Ibarra, and me won. And basically, my journey in the MBA Kids Entrepreneurship competition has been one of the most exciting and enriching experiences of my entire life. I was originally invited to join the team because of my participation in the Brains Debating Club. That is something that taught me early on that communication can open unexpected doors in my life. Together, our team worked hard, innovated, and challenged ourselves. Winning the Madrid phase was an incredible achievement, not only because of the result, but because it proved what we could accomplish when we combined creativity, teamwork, and determination. Reaching the national phase, where we competed alongside teams from all the autonomous communities of Spain, pushed us even further. It broadened my perspective, helped me grow, and showed me the importance of confidence and resilience. This experience has definitely inspired me, and I'm very grateful for every lesson it brought throughout the entire journey. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Nuria.
Hello, my name is Carlota, and I'm going to talk you about my experience in TWOM and on the MBA League. So first of all, I signed up in TWOM with trepidation because I wasn't sure if I would enjoy it. I learned to develop skills that aren't taught in school or in my daily life. I learned how to create and develop a business plan. Initially, we had an idea that we later on discarded, and there was a moment of uncertainty, but a colleague together us to brainstorm ideas. And Tifa just contributed with a word, and together we came up with our business idea. With everything we have learned, we entered the MBA Kids League, where I had the opportunity to collaborate with Aroa's and Nuria's group. And when it came to completing the competition requirements, it was a bit complicated to submit everything on time, also juggling with academic studies. I was also a little bit nervous when it came up to present, as we had to defend our ideas outside the school settings and in very large auditoriums. Finally, despite the phases and difficulties we faced, I'm very proud because we managed the situation, and I also liked how we learned new things and how we met people from the business world. And now let me show you the pitch we earned them at the first time of the competition.
Cada una de estas canicas representa un minuto perdido a la hora de buscar una plaza de aparcamiento. Este vaso representa una ciudad. Cada una de estas canicas es un coche en busca de una plaza libre, ocupando espacio, generando tráfico y contribuyendo al caos urbano. Este es un padre que va a llegar tarde a la función del colegio de su hija. Este es un repartidor que no va a poder llegar a tiempo a la entrega de su paquete. Ahora imaginemos que cada día miles de estas canicas están en constante movimiento, causando un espacio innecesario. ¿Qué pasaría si se llenase el vaso? Este agua representa el tráfico y la contaminación producida durante este tiempo malgastado. Se desbordaría, ¿verdad? Esto es solo un ejemplo. De media, en las ciudades grandes se tarda hasta 20 minutos en encontrar una plaza de aparcamiento libre, causando una gran problemática. A lo largo de esta jornada hemos recopilado esos datos y hemos concluido que el 85,7% de las personas consideran imposible encontrar una plaza de aparcamiento en Madrid, haciendo que 2,3 millones de toneladas de CO2 sean emitidas. Aquí es donde entra Paxmap, una solución que convierte todo este caos en eficiencia. Muchos de ustedes estarán preguntando cómo. Yo les explico. Somos una startup tecnológica con una misión muy clara: revolucionar el estacionamiento urbano con una aplicación intuitiva y eficiente que ayude a los conductores a encontrar las plazas disponibles en tiempo real. ¿Y cómo lo hacemos? A diferencia de otras soluciones que dependen de sectores costosos o infraestructuras complejas, Armark aprovecha el poder de la comunidad y la inteligencia artificial para poder así mostrar información precisa y actualizada sobre los espacios de aparcamiento disponibles. Nuestra plataforma combina datos en tiempo real, machine learning y la colaboración entre usuarios para poder así optimizar el espacio urbano, reducir el tráfico innecesario y ayudar a mejorar la movilidad en las ciudades. Existen aplicaciones que muestran parkings públicos o de coste. Sin embargo, nuestra aplicación va más allá, empleando todo eso además de lugares en la vía pública, mostrando así el fin de todas las opciones posibles y reduciendo su tiempo de búsqueda hasta un 70%. Además, nuestro modelo es escalable, es decir, a medida que más usuarios se suman, esta aplicación se vuelve más precisa y eficiente. Es una realidad que el mercado de movilidad inteligente crece a doble dígito cada año. Sin embargo, Paxmart se posiciona para liderar este cambio. Contamos con suscripciones premium para aquellos usuarios que busquen funciones más avanzadas, alianzas con parkings privados que quieran optimizar su ocupación y finalmente la monetización de datos y la publicidad inteligente dentro de nuestra app. Nuestro plan financiero proyecta recuperar la inversión en menos de 3 años con una rentabilidad creciente a medida que expandimos nuestro negocio por diferentes ciudades grandes. Invertir en Paxmart significa apostar por una solución real a un problema cotidiano que afecta a millones de personas. No solo mejorarías la movilidad urbana, sino que formarías parte de una revolución tecnológica con un gran impacto medioambiental y un alto potencial de crecimiento. Con Paxmart, encontrar tu sitio ya no será un problema. ¿Te sumas al cambio? Juanza.
We also want to share some few short testimonial videos so you can hear directly from our students about their experience.
Bueno, el directo, Gabriel. Lo hemos probado antes y son cosas del directo que no nos van a funcionar los vídeos.
No pasa nada, no se preocupen. Que quieren volver a compartir y
Okay, don't worry.
Los
quizás
tenemos.
volviendo a compartir, quizás.
Ruben
Sí.
can share the videos with you, don't worry.
Vale.
So finally, to continue exploring how we empower students to think globally, create boldly and lead with purpose, it is my pleasure to introduce Rubén Hervás, the creator, founder, and CEO of TWOM, who will be speaking about it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rubén Hervás, founder and CEO of TWOM. Today, I want to introduce you to a program designed for a new generation of strategic thinkers, a program that brings real-world strategy to young people around the globe. This is TWOM Global Makers. Across countries and school systems, we see a common issue. Students learn subjects, but not strategic thinking. They learn content, but not how to analyze markets, design value, or build solutions. And yet, this is exactly what the world demands for the next generation. Young people have talent. What they lack is a structured method that teaches them how to think, decide, and create. So I think the best of all is to show you what is exactly TWOM Global Makers. Okay, I'm going to use the landing page of the program. So TWOM Global Makers is the international after-school program that prepares young people to think like strategists, act like markets, and lead the entrepreneurial future. So Are you ready? Become a strategist. Understand how business and markets work. Learn to detect problems. This is very important. This is the origin of any business process. So learn how to transform them into real opportunities. Be an entrepreneur. We think all of us are entrepreneurs. This is inside of our human condition. So what we try is in a very early age to awake this entrepreneurial feeling. Okay, so develop a product or service accompanied by a comprehensive strategy to launch it into the real market, with the participation of students from all over the world. So this is a real invitation for you to participate in the program, because it's designed for young people aged 14 to 18, with the aim to understanding and experiencing the reality of the business world and developing skills that will stay with you for life. This is an extracurricular program based on TWAM methodology. TWAM is a startup that is going to a scale-up stage right now, even though we have more than 6,000 validators in universities and business around the world. So we have a huge experience in the academic world, in the academic market, and TWAM Global Makers is one of the programs that is inside of this experience. And now we are opening to the market, to the business world. So TWAM is really a business tool used by internationally renowned companies and universities around the world, a practical and exciting program where you will work with professionals and top consultants. Here we don't memorize, we build. This is the focus of TWAM Global Makers. We seek to train the next generation of makers. This is a very important word for TWAM. That is the acronym of the Way of Makers. So for TWAM, a maker is a creator of value for society, an innovator, a job creator, and a wealth generator. You move the world forward. This is our slogan, and this is what we want to provoke in our students, that they are capable to move the world forward. Every company is born because someone had to solve a problem for someone else. That could be you. So this is what we want to explain to the students. What does it include? Full access to the TWAM license for 1 year. The value or the cost of this subscription is 600 euros a year, so they can use an absolutely professional tool during the program. So they are going to learn how to act like a strategist, and they are going to get knowledge that is very far from what most of companies already have. Develop your own product service along with your entire strategy to launch it to market, while TWAM guides you step by step through its 15 tools. Work in teams of 3 or 5 students, even though we give the possibility to work individually if the students want to do a project by themselves. Access to the TWAM community, where the team answers questions and resolves doubts, and presenting in a final pitch at an international competition with a jury and prizes, an excellent networking opportunity. The course will be online, asynchronous at TWAM Academy. Well, we can see the testimonials because it's not working, but this is basically TWAM Global Makers. I'm going to show you that the platform, and I'm going to tell you that we have two platforms. The first one is for the students to learn business concepts, strategic concepts, etc. They learn in a very easy way with videos and very easy to consume content. And then they apply the knowledge in our platform. This is TWAM SaaS, so they have a subscription. I'm going to enter with my email and password. This is very easy for them. So inside they can go to they can create a project, with this button at TWAM. So they're going to apply the knowledge they get in the other platform, in the knowledge platform. So they could go to their project. Inside they have all of the instructions to use TWAM. I'm going to skip this tour, but they are going to go along tools like this one. This is Origin in Task and Solutions. And then they have a menu that they can use to go to any of the tools. So they go through Origin in Task and Solutions, location segments and market size, market insights, environment, competitors and positioning, ecosystem, value proposition, portfolio, buyers, business model, distribution channels, SWOT and TOWS, strategic vision, and action plan and KPI. So they are going to go through all of these tools, and they are going to learn in a learning by doing model how to apply the knowledge that they very easily get in the other platform. How do they apply to a real project? They construct here they strategy, and when they finish the program, they have learned a lot in a learning by doing way. So we think this is an excellent way to learn for the students, and what we get at the end of the road is students that very easily have got the knowledge they need to run a company in markets. So basically, this is TWOM Global Makers. We invite you all to participate in the program. We are looking for schools to participate and partners to promote and to impulse TWOM Global Makers. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, Rubén. ¿No? Bueno, el segundo bloque que me gustaría compartir con todos los que formamos parte de estos 24 horas por el cambio en la educación es abordar y reflexionar sobre el uso de la tecnología. Supongo, sé que es un tema global que todos en todo el mundo suscita cierto recelo, y es el uso que hacen nuestros jóvenes de una tecnología, sobre todo de consumo. Aquí en España, en concreto en la Comunidad de Madrid, se ha llegado a prohibir el uso de la tecnología en las escuelas, o limitar ese uso en determinados cursos solo a 2 horas. Y nosotros trabajamos con nuestros alumnos, y os lo vamos a enseñar ahora, cómo creemos que tenemos que ayudar a los jóvenes a que hagan un buen uso de esa tecnología, y que sean conscientes de ese uso, sobre todo para no aplicaciones de consumo, sino de productividad. Os vamos a enseñar 2 ejemplos. Uno viene muy unido con lo que acabamos de hablar también del mundo del emprendimiento, y es una iniciativa llevada a cabo por los alumnos. Bueno, son 2 iniciativas, una sobre una app y resolver algún problema del colegio, y la otra una iniciativa para precisamente generar este manifiesto a favor del uso de la tecnología, del buen uso de la tecnología en los colegios. Así que, igual que en la parte anterior, os dejo con los alumnos, que creo que al fin y al cabo son los protagonistas y son los que en este caso tienen mucho que enseñarnos a los adultos y que contarnos a los adultos.
Hello, I'm Dago Majors, and today I'm going to talk about a little bit of our project. This project is a website we made for the school that started from a project of the school to partner us with a university that specialized in technology. And this university helped us to develop a website and an app for something we wanted. And we thought about ideas, and we wanted to help the school and our classmates with an app. So we saw different problems in the school, and we saw that in the distribution of sandwiches in our cafeteria, there was very long queues, and a lot of time was wasted. So we wanted to make a website to buy the sandwiches before the day, so they're all reserved, and the lunch ladies can also prepare them with taking into account the number of sandwiches that were bought.
Hello, I'm Ramon Embid, and I'm the website programmer. Basically, what I did is an access screen where you can put your Gmail account of the school, and then you can go in the website. So there's basically, you need to buy a product or something for tomorrow. You'll buy it, And as you can see here, there is the website, the first image of the website, and it is the basically the sandwiches, the pizzas, and more food you can buy. And also, if you don't understand Spanish, we put also English and Chinese because in Brains we are international, and you can see the website in English or Spanish. I created this with JavaScript, and I also did something in Python. At first, I did with the App Inventor, which is the website creator, which is so much easier than coding. But then I moved to VS Code, which is a better program thing to make this website.
Okay, so I'm Ricardo de Pedro. I'm going to talk to you about how this works and why did we do this in the first place. So basically, we did this application, this website in this case, which helped us with the speed of getting the sandwiches in all of the parts of taking out and everything, and the payment, because it was a mess and lots of queues and everything. So also we did this so there were no extra sandwiches and we didn't need to waste resources on sandwiches that were never going to be eaten, and we could manage better our product. You can order it from 4:30, that's the end of our school, until 9 o'clock of the next day, because then we have a little period where we can buy the ingredients. And we think that it can be applied maybe in a future to several different businesses, like for example, a cafeteria or a takeaway restaurant or whatever that can be helped by our application or website.
Y nuestro segundo proyecto dentro de esta tecnología, como os decía, es el manifiesto por el que están trabajando los alumnos. En este caso, está también, le estamos esbozando, es un proyecto de este año que queremos presentar el día 12 para toda la comunidad de Apple España, pero que, bueno, que igual que nuestros dos alumnos, dos de ellos que están llevando a cabo este proyecto, os van a contar.
Hello. Very nice to be here and to be able to tell you all our initiative for the manifest of the responsible use of technology that we want to apply not only in our school, but that later we'll invite you to do, all of you, because we think it's a very good initiative. Because we want to also, as students, as young people in this world, we also want to have our word or our saying in technology, regarding technology, because, for example, I'll put an example here of Madrid. The community of Madrid in public schools has been banning the use of technology, but we don't think that's right, because technology gives us so much nowadays, and basically everything is technology. So we think that it will be very useful and, well, very beneficial to us to be able to profit from this technology in a responsible way, because this will help us with our digital competence and our critical thinking skills, because you might lose some creativity if you use, for example, AI in a bad way. So that's why for our manifest, we have 3 things we want to do. We want to talk about our wants, our commitments, and our responsibility towards this technology. How will we do this? Well, we're drafting a list of different aspects that we want to ask, let's say, parents or teachers, things we want from them, things that we commit to do, that we say we will do this in exchange for another thing, and be responsible with the use. Be able to use it in a way that only helps us and gives us a certain aid, not that completes our things or substitutes our life. Most importantly, we want to stop the digital divide, because nowadays it can be between young people, it can be between people in university. We see that there's a big divide in who knows how to use technology or not. That we want to do. And we've worked in various ways. We've done the hexagonal thinking strategy to watch what positive points and what negative points technology has. And now we'll tell you a little bit about what we decided to put and how we're doing all of this.
Okay, so I will tell you about things that we are developing on our manifesto. And the first one would be that digital competence is pretty useful for our curriculum, not only because it's an opportunity, but also because our country requires us to have it. But at the same time, they doesn't let us have those technologies applied into the schools. So they are contradicting themselves. The second one would be that the manifesto is ideal for education, because it we can reflect communication and creativity and commitment. The third one would be that the manifesto allows us to develop abilities such as speech, argumentative writing, debate, and cooperative work. The fourth one would be that it creates a healthy environment between us, the students, the school, the families, and the society, where students and young people are the protagonists of these technological changes. And the last one would be that teenagers usually are intensive users of this technology, but we as teenagers are unconscious of this use. So we need an ethic, critic, and emotional information so that we can apply this knowledge into a pretty good work way.
Bueno, pues esto ha sido todo. Espero que hayáis disfrutado. Os invitamos a compartir con nosotros estas ideas, a que forméis parte y sobre todo a que reflexionemos que, igual que nosotros pensamos en Brains, que este cambio educativo sí es posible, que no es una utopía y que todo depende de que desde las escuelas se quieran cambiar las cosas, que nos atrevamos a cambiar las cosas y que los alumnos les dejemos que sueñen y les acompañemos, pues os invitamos a todos. Os invitamos a todos a que unamos sinergias y a que construyamos juntos este cambio en la educación, construyamos juntos la educación del futuro. Nada más, os invitamos de verdad a todos a participar en nuestro Global Makers, en nuestro manifiesto. Todos los documentos que tenemos, que hemos ido generando, los ponemos a vuestra disposición por si queréis saber un poquito más, a través de Gabriel, a través del perfil que podemos tener en redes sociales. Pues invitaros a trabajar juntos y a dar las gracias por poderos mostrar un poquito de lo que hacemos, el granito de arena que ponemos desde Madrid, desde Brains. Y nada más, Gabriel, por nuestra parte,
Muchísimas
tenemos
gracias.
45 minutos por si hay que
No,
preguntar
no,
algo y creo que nos hemos ajustado a tiempo.
Sí, impecable. Gracias, Paqui. Gracias a todos los alumnos, a todos los que presentaron. Muy, muy interesante, muy, muy inspirador. Y sobre todo cuando uno escucha de los mismos chicos
Esa era la idea.
cómo ellos lo viven, ¿no? Te haría solamente una pregunta porque es una
Sí.
pregunta como que ha sido transversal hasta ahora, casi inevitable e ineludible, ¿no? ¿Qué piensan del mundo post-inteligencia artificial o el mundo con la inteligencia artificial ya instalada como una moneda corriente de todos los días que va a invadir, ya que ya ha invadido nuestras vidas? ¿Qué están pensando? ¿Cómo lo están? Es decir, más allá de las cuestiones que todos vivimos, de la integridad académica, lo fuera, pero ¿qué están pensando ustedes de todo esto?
Pues a ver, va muy en la onda de este manifiesto y de esto que los chicos decían, no podemos negar que la inteligencia artificial, que la tecnología está ahí, la usamos a diario, pero pedimos un compromiso por nuestra parte y los chicos decían, y queremos que el colegio se implique, que nos ayude, que las familias y que la sociedad se implique. Entonces, nosotros desde el colegio, los profesores nos estamos formando porque creo que acompañar a los alumnos solo lo podemos hacer si nosotros estamos formados y ayudarles a que sepan usarla ayudarles a que nosotros hablábamos hace unos días y decíamos, hace años nos creíamos que Wikipedia tenía la razón en todo y todo el mundo la usaba y les enseñamos nosotros que había mucha fake news por ahí que no la tenían que usar. Hoy en día ChatGPT no lo sabe todo o Gemini no lo sabe todo, pero tienen que aprender a usarlo y tienen que aprender luego con ese pensamiento crítico a saber hacerlo. Hay que usar la inteligencia artificial, pero hay que saber usarla. Y con ella tienen que ir otras habilidades. Por ejemplo, la comunicación, el pensamiento crítico, porque que la usen como base para algunas cosas, que aprendan a contrastar, que aprendan luego a defender eso. Yo creo que no se puede obviar. Obviamos la inteligencia artificial, pero usamos, en España se llama Waze o Google Maps para ir luego a un sitio rápido y que me digan si hay atasco o no hay atasco. Es decir, hay muchas incongruencias que no. Desde el colegio creo que formación para los profesores y formación para los alumnos, formación para las familias y acompañamiento. Nosotros tenemos una línea vertical de inteligencia artificial, ya la hemos cerrado, a partir de febrero la empezamos a implementar en las aulas y bueno, pues una de ellas, por ejemplo, es ingeniería del prompt. Hay que enseñarles a hacer un buen prompt para que sepan qué hay que buscar y qué tal. Acompañado de lo que tú dices de, bueno, pues de una política de probidad. Además, nosotros, como parte del mundo IB, ahí somos muy estrictos. O sea, tú no puedes presentar algo que no has hecho tú, pero igual que tú no puedes presentar el trabajo de otro compañero. Tiene que ir por ahí. Tenemos que enseñarles, eso está ahí y hay que vivir con ello, no se puede negar.
Totalmente, sí, 100% de acuerdo. Creo que más allá de lo que vaya a suceder, de los cambios, de la dificultad en adaptarse a un mundo que indudablemente va a cambiar y que va a tener algunos impactos difíciles de apreciar hoy, el único camino, lo peor, el miedo está asociado a la ignorancia, ¿no? Entonces,
Ahí
cuanto uno
está,
más sepa, menos miedo va a tener a todos estos cambios.
ahí está.
Bueno, Paqui, equipo, muchísimas gracias.
Nada, gracias a
Muy,
vosotros.
muy felices de que hayan estado con nosotros.
Yo
Ya va a
también.
estar el video va a estar ahora, ya en 5 minutos ya va a estar en YouTube. Y
Genial.
de acá al lunes más o menos vamos a estar editándolo un poquito más prolijo, haciendo algún resumen o algo así. Así que les avisamos.
Vale, genial. Pues
Bueno,
nada,
gracias a todos, y nos
muy
vemos.
contentos por participar y nos vemos en todas las
No,
iniciativas que llevéis a cabo.
muchísimas gracias.